Hello and welcome to the Snippets of Leadership podcast.
So the other day I was at the playground playing with my son and I overheard something for which I had to do a double take. And I just want to share my thoughts with you for a second. What I heard was a father telling his son that was afraid of going down a slide or something like that. Oh, come on, you're really just like a little girl. And that got me thinking. Well, first of all, of course, that is a wrong narrative that I do not agree with, because it reinforces the old stereotype according to which men are stronger, women are weaker and are afraid, whereas men should not show fear and should not show emotions, and etc., etc. Probably we all know where all of that is going. And while I don't justify that sentence, I can understand where that came from. The only thing I can think of is that person did not expose himself enough to different perspectives, different ways of thinking, newer points of view that made him understand that is a wrong narrative to keep on pushing. It's something that should in general be avoided, simplifying a lot, of course. And that also got me thinking that if you're in a leadership position, if I transition this, if I make a parallel from a playground to your workplace, where you need to interact with others, where you need to deal with a huge number of points of views and narratives, well, exposing yourselves to different perspectives is actually part of your job. It's something you need to do in order to not fall into the trap of pushing a wrong narrative that you may not even be aware of. So don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap of being someone who someone else will overhear say something, thinking, seriously, is this person pushing this narrative again? Make it part of your job. Make it part of your job to understand, to expose yourself to points of views that you may not even have been aware of, and see the result. Make it part of who you are, because if we're all pushing the same agenda of changing the way we work, the way we live, well, we know that the boundary between work and life is becoming thinner and thinner. And we know that how we behave and talk and interact outside is connected to who we are in the office, how we lead, how we interact with others. So make it your prerogative to open yourself up to as many perspectives as you can and find your flaws, find your bias. You may not like it. Pretty sure that this person may not like to hear what I'm saying in this podcast or video right now. But unless you do it, unless you figure out where your shortcomings are, there is no way you can get better. What do you think? Is it fair to put yourself in such an uncomfortable position? Is it worth the work? Let me know. Stay safe. Thank you. Talk soon.
Thank you for listening. My name is Edoardo Binda Zane from EBZ Coaching. I'm a leadership and communication trainer and consultant. And if you have any questions about what you've heard in this episode, please reach out to me via LinkedIn, Facebook, or my website. I'll be answering the most interesting questions on the show. And if you know someone that will benefit from this type of content, please make sure you recommend this podcast to them. Thank you, and see you next time.